puts a lot of great things out there that are pushing the boundaries, but did you, like, at any time when putting it together say, they're not gonna let me do this?
Weirdly, you know, it's like they were on board so early on in the process. I don't want to sound like I'm just, you know, preaching on behalf, but it was such a perfect collaboration because they didn't kind of tell me what the limits were of anything. It was kind of like go off and explore, create your vision, and they got behind the vision so early on. It was just supportive all the way throughout. And so, yeah, there would be like moments where we would screen something at a section where we'd be like, oh, I hope they're okay with this. But there was never, nothing got flagged up. And to have that kind of creative freedom was really, really rewarding. It was great.
Was there a part of you that said, I want people to understand that I'm not just the handheld guy running around?
A little bit of that, and this was such a different film from like the Raid 1 and 2, and I knew that there's a level of expectation going in where I'm seen as like the action guy, and that's fine. I mean, I you know, I'm very sort of like blessed to be able to be within this industry first and foremost, and getting to make those films. But I've had a wide, varied interest in cinema since I was a child, so I wanted to always try different things and explore different genres, and this was one of them I really wanted to give a try at. And so, in a way, it was slightly a conscious decision to sort of have a more classical composition in the especially in the beginning of the film, because you know it drip feeds for a little while. You know, you get little nuggets of information here and there before it's allowed to escalate to a point where it could just, you know, conclude the way it does, and then you start to see a little bit more of the sort of the DNA of the sort of style of filmmaking that we would have done in the Raid 1 and 2 as well. Then. But yeah.
Now, when films are based on faith, we'll say, sometimes a lot of people have something in their past that brings it up. Was that for you an issue, or is that just, this is the story?
To be honest, it's more that it was the story that I was telling. I've never really been raised with any sort of like sense of like strong faith upbringing myself, but I've always been taught to respect other people's faith, and that's been, you know, through and throughout, whether it comes to like my own in a family and relationships I've had with the guys I've worked with out in Indonesia as well. So to see like I didn't want this film to come across as any attack on religion. It's more an attack on man's ability to corrupt religion and the idea of being able to use religion in order to further a political gain. And that was for me the sort of fundamental thing about this film, as opposed to something that's, you know, derivative of religion itself and in faith.